am I so nervous for this video? I don't know. But welcome or welcome back. My name's Joanne and I know you've been seeing a lot of bare face lately, but today's video, what is going on here? But that's because I've been doing, well, I did one get ready with me that went up, and then I had to film my Sephora haul when I got my order in. Today I'm coming at you barefaced because I'm going to be doing that try-on haul with things that I got from the Sephora sale. Oh, I also should update you. 1 second. I did go in store yesterday after work because that's the Sephora that has this fragrance in stock. Yes, I ended up getting it. I got Replica Matcha Meditation and it smells so good. Like, it literally smells like matcha. Oh, I love it. Oh my god. I feel like this is like me in a bottle. I love green tea. It's like, I think there's some like citrusy notes in it too from the from Fragrantica. It smells so good. I'm so glad I got it. And this is, they only have this in like the 3-ounce bottle, which kind of sucks, but I'm glad I have this one now. But of course I couldn't just go in for one thing, right? So I got another Huda Beauty corrector in the shade Peach to try and see if I like this shade or Cherry Blossom more. I don't know why I did that. And then I got the new Fenty highlighter in the shade Prosecco. This was the last one left of the shade and I swatched it in store and oh my god, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna be using this today, and I don't know if I'm gonna use this or Cherry Blossom. Probably Cherry Blossom, but we'll see. My brain not working. With all that being said, let's just get into me trying on all of these products. First is primer, and I did get the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. I've used this once, and this packaging is so nice. It's heavy. I just like dot it all over my face and then just rub it in. But the packaging is so nice. It's so heavy. It's glass. And the primer itself feels so like light, and I guess it feels like a tiny bit silicone-y right now, but it almost also feels like a light lotion. Like, it doesn't feel like there's anything on my skin. It's so light. It's so nice. Definitely mattified a little, but like not too much. Like, you can still see a little bit of glow showing through, which I kind of like. I don't like too much glow though. I know some people with oily skin really like a lot of glow, but not me. And now I'm gonna go in with my foundation, which is the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. And I have the tiniest bit. I should be done with this today, hopefully. If not tomorrow, but I'm just gonna put this on. I'll probably skip through this and just get into it. No, actually, first I wanna go on with my color corrector. Can you tell I'm not used to using a color corrector? With a color corrector, I kind of like using a brush, and this is the popular BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy A506, just like a kitten paw brush, just because it keeps like the coverage, but it's very nice to blend things out. Maybe I should bring you a little closer. Let me do that real quick. Now that you're nice and close, let's get into the color corrector. Eek. Let me get my mirror. I don't know if this is like too much, or I'm still just like getting to know the product, so I'm kind of just seeing how much I need. I don't know. I've used this once. I like the consistency of it. It's like very thin. It has decent coverage too though. Let me just blend that. And it doesn't have to be like perfectly blended because I'm going on top of it with foundation and concealer. Sorry if I'm very sniffly again, my allergies. I took Zyrtec. It hasn't kicked in yet. I like that this is like small enough to like really get into the corners of your eyes, but like it's big enough to like blend very easily and quickly. Look at that. Where'd my dark circles go? I might use this for concealer too today, just to see. Oh, there's a bird. What kind of bird is that? Can you tell I get really distracted very easily? Yeah, I honestly might try using this brush for concealer because normally I just use a sponge, but I find that just takes away too much product. So maybe I'll try that today. But now I'm gonna go with my foundation, so I'll probably just skip through this part and go right into concealer. Now it's time for my concealer, which is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in the shade 2.7N Coconut Flakes. And when I swatch this, it's a little lighter than I normally go for concealer, but I find that my skin has been lighter than it usually is. So I'm just gonna go in. I don't know, again, I don't know how much I should use, but I don't tend to use a lot of concealer. Okay, that's a lot. I'm just gonna go in with a sponge since that's what I normally do, and see how that works. Ooh. Okay, that actually looks kind of nice. I can still see like a little bit of darkness underneath, but it's not too bad. I actually like that shade. Okay, good job, Joanne. Proud of you. I do want to try this on its own, like without a color corrector underneath. And obviously I'm going to try it with the peach too, because I just want to see. Wait a minute. That looks so nice. Oh my god. That, if that holds up, that could be a new favorite concealer. Says who? I don't know. But that's crazy. And I'm not going to go with any cream products since I don't have any new cream products. But I do have a new powder, which is the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake Powder. And I do want to do a video comparing this with the Givenchy Prism Libre powder because I feel like I would use them in the same way. I just use the Prism Libre under my eyes, and I find that that doesn't really brighten my under eyes. I think because I do have a little like pinkiness in my skin. I don't know, it just blends in really nicely. So we're gonna see if this actually brightens. And then for the rest of my face, I'm just gonna go in with Pound Cake, which is also a newer powder to me, but I figured since I'm using Huda, I might as well just use my other Huda one. And I've really been enjoying putting my under eye powder on with a brush. Let me just make sure this is dry because I did use my Cinema Secrets and I don't want my brushes to be wet and mess with the product. So I just go in a little bit, tap off the excess, and then I'm just gonna go right in under my eyes. I feel like there is like a little bit of brightening with the Givenchy, but like it's not, I guess it's just not as much as I expected. Let me just go with a little more because okay, that is brightening. Wow. And the Huda powder is literally so finely milled. It's so, just so nice. It blurs, mattifies, just all the things. Yeah, look at that. Wow. And again, I do have the Cherry Blossom corrector underneath. I'm curious to see what this looks like with the peach corrector. That could be fun. Yeah. Okay, I do like that. Let me just put some on my forehead to brighten. And on my nose a little. I do use a lot of powder. Oh, I think I got it in my eye. Look how nice that looks. Ooh, it looks so smooth. And obviously I do have like little like crinkles under my eyes. That looks so nice. Loose powders are so messy, but I just prefer loose powders for myself with oily skin. Again, I use a lot of powder. And then, like I said before, for the rest of my face, I'm gonna go on with my other Huda powder in the shade Pound Cake. I don't even know why I'm checking. I know what the shade is. And then I'm just gonna go in with a puff. Grab a lot of it. Just make sure everything is set for my powder products. I know normally people just put it in the cap, but since I'm just using this on myself, I don't really care. This does have a fragrance to it, but I did see that she's coming out with fragrance free. I don't know if she's keeping the fragrance ones because I kind of like the fragrance. It smells a little florally, but I like it. On my forehead and on my chin. So the packaging is kind of bulky being square. Why is there like, I think that's cat fur. They are kind of bulky being squares, but I kind of like that. Again, packaging is a huge thing. Packaging is a huge thing for me. Take my big powder brush and just wipe off any excess that I have. I do really like my under eyes. They're very bright. Next to my step is bronzer, and if you've seen my haul, you know, Gucci bronzer. I got the shade 2. I hope it's a good shade for me, otherwise I'm gonna exchange it because it's an expensive bronzer. I'd rather have a shade that I can use for most of the year than just like a tan shade. I mean, even though I would probably eventually have a tan shade, and I already took out the brush because I'm not going to use it. I kind of wish they didn't include it, just so this could literally just be stuck instead of lifting up all the time. But whatever. It's a small thing, and I've really been enjoying using like an angle brush for bronzer. You can still kind of see product there, but it's clean. I cleaned it with my Cinema Secrets. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit because I'm kind of scared to tap off the excess. And then, eek, go in. Oh God. I think the shade is actually okay for me. It's a little bit of like a rosy tone, but I actually kind of like that. Just going in very lightly. Okay, yeah, I think that is a good shade for me. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So I'm going with a little bit more, but it's not too much. And I'm just doing it tapping motions and just focusing it in like the back of my cheek. Ooh, I really like that. Oh my God. Look how nice it has, like a little bit of a sheeniness to it. Wow. This does have a scent to it. It's like almost like a fruity floral type of scent. So if you don't like scented makeup, I would stay away. But I love scent and makeup. Why is there another like fur or something on my mouth? I can feel you. I got you. Okay. That looks so nice. Okay, I'm happy with the shade. Look at that. I tend to like a deeper bronzer too. Like, I don't like a bronzer where swatched it matches my skin tone. I don't know if you noticed, but I like pigmented things. I think it's because I always tap off the excess, so it's okay for me. That is really pretty. Wait a minute. Now I kind of wish I wasn't panning a bronzer. So I could just use this one. Maybe I need a little bit more on this side. If we go in a little bit more. And then just whatever's left to go on my nose. Okay, that did not disappoint me at all. So there's the Gucci bronzer in the shade 2 on my skin tone. I would say I'm like a light medium. Light to light medium. I would say I'm like a light medium with a neutral leaning golden undertone. And the pinkiness from in my skin is most likely from the sun. So that is so nice. One thing I will say, I wish this clasp was stronger, because once I flip it upside down, let me try to show you. Like once I flip it upside down, like you can see it opens. And it's like, you're expensive. The packaging is really, it's so pretty. It's literally, this is like my favorite color, like a Tiffany blue type of color. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And I'm gonna be extra and keep it in the pouch, because why wouldn't it? Comes in a pouch, so I'm gonna keep it in the pouch. Okay. Next, for blush, I was having the hardest time deciding which blush I wanted to use, and I do want to do a video where I try on all the blushes I got from during the Sephora sale. So that's gonna be coming up probably in a couple weeks. I have a few other things already planned to post, but oh, I should probably swatch the bronzer, huh? So this is what the bronzer looks like swatched on my hand. My hand's very dry. See, that does look like it would be a nice shade for me. So I'm glad that I went with this one. Very happy about that. So like I was saying, I am going to be doing a video where I try on all 4 blushes I got during the sale. But today, I'm going to be using the Gucci blush. I figured Gucci bronzer, Gucci blush, and I got the shade 08 Soft Red. This packaging is so heavy. It's so luxe. I mean, it's like a $50 blush. Okay. I haven't taken off the plastic of anything yet, so can I get you? Thank you. Oh. Okay, why are you so hard to get off? Ta-da! You literally see my mess. And I did already swatch this one. I don't know if you can see. Let's just give it a good old swatchy swatch. That's what the blush looks like. Oh, such a pretty shade. Especially summer coming up. I love me a warm blush. Okay? Like a coral, a peach, a terracotta. Oh, I have been obsessed with terracotta blushes. That's actually one of the ones that I got. That was the Givenchy loose blush, I think I got, was like their terracotta shade. But this is called Soft Red, and I'm very excited for it. This one also comes with a little mirror. Very cute. Obviously you saw it because I was taking off the plastic. Let's just go in. I'm kind of scared that this is going to be very pigmented. There's a piece of hair right in my face, and I'm so sorry about that. But let's just go right in. Oh my god. Okay, this is pigmented, but not too pigmented. It has a little bit of a sheeniness to it. It is called a Luminous Matte Blush. So, ooh. Let me just build it up a little. Oh yeah. That looks so pigmented on camera, but I promise, like in person, it's such a pretty like flush. Oh my god. Yeah. It's so pretty. I would definitely be open to getting more shades of this. Oh. Just imagine like having like a whole Gucci blush collection. My dream right now. And I'm pretty sure this does have a scent. Yeah, it has like the same scent as the bronzer. So again, if you're not a fan of scented makeup, this is not for you. But like, how gorgeous. I'm so happy with the shade. I was going between this one and Rosy Beige, but I'm like, you have shades that are like Rosy Beige. I mean, do I have shades like this? Probably. Let's be honest. If you have over 60 blushes, like cream and powder, you're gonna have similar shades. But are any of them as expensive as this? Absolutely not. Do I think you have to spend so much on a blush. No. Like, the House Labs ones are like, what, 32? And even then, like, you could find like nice drugstore blushes. Like, I have Milani Luminoso, and that one's really nice. I do have one ColourPop powder blush, and like that's also really nice. So you don't even need to go high end with any makeup, really. But for me, it's just the experience of it. Like imagine like traveling somewhere and just taking out your Gucci blush to use. Like, ooh. That's just how I am. Okay, and now highlighter. Ooh. This is the new Fenty Beauty, what is this called? The Demi'Glow Light Diffusing Highlighter. That makes me think it's gonna be like a subtle highlighter. This is not subtle. This is not subtle, and I don't like a subtle highlighter. I like it blinding, and I like it to look like a highlighter. I am sorry if there was something in my teeth this entire time. Anyways, I got the shade Prosecco, which is the second shade. Oh my god, this is so silky smooth. But this is what that looks like. It's intense. Like, there are like little sparkles in it. It's an intense highlighter. That's the reason why I'm like, the name kind of doesn't really make sense to me, because I would think that it's more of a subtle highlighter. And I'm gonna go in with an old school highlighter brush, and it's the Real Techniques setting brush. I kind of stopped using this for highlighter because I've been using my Blend Bunny Noctilucent, and this doesn't really, oh my god, you can see the sparkle just poof. Because I've been using like a colorful, like very like loosely pressed highlighter, and this does not work well with those. So I've been using like a big fluffy eyeshadow brush that's too big for my eyes as that. But I figured this one I'm gonna go in with this brush, because I've been using this with my Dior highlighting palette that I got in the last sale, because I want to do a reviewing my previous Sephora sale haul video, but using those products in that video, the ones that I still have, you know. So I think I still have all of them. One of them is almost empty, but yeah. So anyways, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this and tap off any excess so it doesn't go everywhere. Wait a damn minute. Ooh. Hello, Rihanna. Oh, it's like so smooth. Obviously, highlighters are gonna emphasize texture, especially if they're like an intense highlight. Oh my god. Rihanna, girl. All right. She said, I'm coming out to play with my highlighter release. And yes, you did. Oh my god. That blends in like very nicely into the skin, like, but it's so intense. Oh my god. Just put some on my nose. Look like a shimmery Rudolph. Oh yeah. Oh. Not what I was expecting at all. And I don't have a new setting spray, so I'm just gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Brush. You just completely skipped the S in that word. I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, which you can get at Sephora, but I just don't have a new setting spray because I figured I don't need to get a new one since I still have half this bottle. And I have the one size setting spray that I like to use during the summer. So I do really like the setting spray. It feels so nice. It does have a scent. I love scented makeup, but if you don't like scents, I would stay away from this. I really like it. It's supposed to be like a hydrating setting spray, but it doesn't add like glow to your skin or anything, which I prefer. Because again, I don't like being super glowy. Next is brows. So I'm just gonna go fill in my brows and I will come back for my brow gel because I do have a new brow gel, which is the ABH Brow Freeze Gel. So I will come back after I fill in my brows. My brows actually look decent today for once. So I got the ABH Brow Freeze Gel. This is new. So this comes with this kind of an applicator. So it has long bristles on one side, short bristles on the other. And I kind of like using, I don't know, I'll try the short side first. But so I just brush this through. And this seems like it has like really nice hold. Let me try the long side now. Just to see. Okay, yeah. The long side will definitely fluff up the eyebrows more. It's like taking out brow hairs. I feel like I have like too much product in there now. It's fine. I feel like a lot of product does come off on the wand. Just go up there and then kind of this does deposit a lot of product. Okay, that looks a little interesting now. I don't know. I think I need to get used to using this product. Interesting. Now is for eyes. My plan is I did get both Makeup by Mario matte palettes, but I think I'm going to go with the neutrals today. So this is the newer one. This is what it looks like. And this would be fun. I am going to do like an all matte look, but because I love shimmers, I'm going to go in with a shimmer topper. So I'm going to go in with Urban Decay Moondust palette that came out over the holidays. But you can probably find shades similar to these. I mean, I know you can find Space Cowboy. I kind of wish this had a little bit more base pigment to it. I wonder if the original Space Cowboy does. But this is what I'm going to use since you can get the Moondust shadows at Sephora. Most of my products are products that you can get from Sephora. Some of them are not. Like this one. This is the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, which I use as an eyeshadow primer because it just allows my eyeshadows to stay all day with no creasing and having oily lids. I need that. I just like this because it has like a color to it, so it adds a base, which is nice for just evening out the skin tone. I have a feeling because this is white, it's gonna get dirty very easily, but it's gonna be easy to clean. So because this is new, let me take off this plastic. I like how he put the tab, I don't know if you can see, but the tab is like off the side, so it's easy to grab. That's really nice. Oh, I forgot to show you. Sorry. I'm like the worst YouTuber. But let's see here. What shade is speaking to me? I want to go in with, and I know in like these like eye looks, people try to use as many shades as they can. I don't do that. I like to just use as many shades as I normally do. So I'm gonna go with this shade right here, which is MN4. I don't know, I understand why he doesn't have shade names. Okay, there's a lot of kickback. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but there's a lot of kickback on the shadow. I did hear that this is more of a buildable formula, so that's why I was kind of hesitant to buy it at first. Ooh, look at that. It's just a nice rosy type of transition shade. There's lots of kickback on this one. And I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is, I'm in 6. And I'm just gonna go in a little bit with that. Okay, that one has a little bit less kick up in the pan, just to kind of deepen a little bit. That is so nice. Look at that blend. Oh my god. I mean, I'm pretty sure I must have mentioned this before, but like I feel like nowadays it's kind of hard to not have a nice matte neutral shade that blends nicely, because it's brown, and nowadays with the makeup, like everything blends nicely. That just adds a little bit of depth. I'm just gonna go in with the brush before and just blend everything together. And then I kind of, do I want to go in with the deep brown? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the deep brown. I'm using this Blend Bunny. Oh, forgot to mention, these are from Bling Brushes. These come in a set, or you can buy them individually. They're the blue handles. Of course they're blue. Blue is my favorite color. But now I'm gonna go with this Blend Bunny brush into MN10 right here, just the deep brown. I kind of like this kind of formula for like deeper shades because it's harder to go overboard with it. Like, it takes more to go overboard with the deep shade with a buildable formula, and I just like that. Like, I do like a pigmented matte, don't get me wrong, but sometimes with deep shades I find that just takes a while to get it perfectly blended out. And I mean, a buildable formula is easier to work with, especially if you're a beginner, or if you're just someone that likes to just plop on eyeshadow. Because with pigmented formulas, you have to be very careful with how much you use, your placement, because you don't want it to go everywhere, right? So buildable shadows could be easier to work with for you, and this is definitely a buildable formula for sure. Before I go in on the lid, I'm gonna do my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go in with the Singe Beauty EO4 brush, and I'm gonna go, what shades did I use? I'm gonna go in with the second crease shade that I used on the outer third. I don't like bringing like super deep colors onto my lower lash line because that just makes my eyes so much smaller than they are. But I do like having like a little bit of contrast down there. See, that just blends out so nicely. And yeah, I think you can see the powder kick up right there. It's a lot. And then I'm gonna go in with the first shade that I used as a transition and take that one has even more, and take that all along my lower lash line. Okay, if you see sparkle on my lid, that's definitely from before. That's definitely from the brush having sparkle on it. Okay, I thought this palette was gonna be more cool tone than it is, but it's definitely a neutral toned palette because I have warm undertones, and like these shades don't pull cool on me, which is really nice. And then for my lid, I'm gonna go in with this other Bling Brushes brush. You're gonna see a lot of the same brands because I only have so much space for makeup. This side looks not that blended. Like, it looks fine in person, but on camera looks to be a little, looks like it could be blended a little more. Like, it looks fine in person. Oh well, it's fine. But I'm gonna go with this MN1 shade, just the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm just like going into it, and just gonna put that all over my lid. This is just like a packing brush that you use for shimmers. I mean, you can use for shimmers. I use my finger for shimmers. That's kind of nice. I kind of like that. But again, I'm just a sparkly girl. Take that brush that I use with the dark brown and kind of go over that. So kind of covered it a little. I'm using no additional product, by the way. And then I'm just going to take that into the inner corner as well. I'm actually going to switch to my Singe Beauty brush for that because this is my favorite inner corner brush and I just don't like using that brush to apply shadow to my inner corner. Okay, got into my eye. And if you just want an all matte look, that's it. It's really pretty. Again, it blended really nicely. Let me add some more to this eye because it looks a little uneven. Again, if you want to leave it there for an all matte look, you can. It looks so... I promise it looks very much blended in person. I don't know what's going on camera. Me being the sparkly person I am, I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Moondust in Space Cowboy. I've barely used this palette. It's kind of sad, but I have so many like indie shadows. Adds a little sparkle. And I kind of wish that this had a little bit more base pigment to it, but it's okay. Maybe I'm gonna go with Wild Dipper Rides Again, which is the pinky one. Yeah, I like that one better. Look how pretty. Oh, let me just blend it out a little. I'm gonna get sparkle everywhere now. Honestly, the shade reminds me of the shade that I'm currently trying to pan those eyeshadows from my Glam Matrix Nearly Natural palette. So if you have that palette, kind of the same thing. There's definitely a lot of fallout with this shade, but I don't mind. And then I do have this Danessa Myricks Color Fix in the shade Blackout to use as a liner. So I'll probably just speed through this part, unless, it's so cold. Unless if I just talk through it. I'm just taking my mixing palette and just squeezing a little bit. Oh, that's way too much. Okay. You only need the tiniest amount of this. This is very pigmented. And I'm just using the Sigma E06 winged liner brush. I just want like a little wing. I don't want anything too big today. Those are not even at all. That's okay. Okay, that was actually a good amount of product that I squeezed out. They're definitely not even at all, but that's okay. I do not have a new waterline liner, so let me just do that real quick. I am going in with my Essence one that I always use. Oh, I didn't mention. Everything that I used today will be linked down in the description box. My links are not affiliated. They're just there in case you're interested in something to check out. So I don't get anything. Just to put that out there. And then to set... I don't know. To set that liner, I think I'm gonna go with the second shade right here because I always set my waterline liner with an eyeshadow. And while I'm using this palette today, so I figure might as well. Okay, now for mascara. I am going to quickly curl up my lashes. And I do have a mascara primer to show with you guys. I like doing one eye at a time. So I'm gonna go with the Dior Show Maximizer 3D. The Triple Action Lash Primer Serum, Volume, Curl, and Definition. I've tried this one night and it kind of made my lashes look nice under my mascara. So I'm just gonna put on a couple, like a coat of this. And I'm just gonna speed through this part. This wand is humongous, especially for my little eyes. So now that that's on, I'm gonna do it on my other eye. And again, I will be doing a follow-up video reviewing all of these products. It'll probably be another like try on type of video because I think those are really fun. Like you're reviewing the products but you get to actually see it. Is that my liner? Oh god. But like I was saying, like you get to actually see the products in action too. I probably should have shown them before putting on the primer, but oh well. And now I'm gonna go in with my Benefit Fan Fest mascara, which I really enjoy this mascara. I'm not really a false lashes type of person, so yeah. I don't know if I ever will be. I do own false lashes. I just don't use them. Wow. Okay. There's definitely a difference in my lashes right now. But while I let the first coat dry, I normally like to go with my lips. I don't know what I want to use. I want to use PK, which is a matte lipstick. That could be really cute. Or do I want to use the Haus Labs lip glaze in Guava, which I do love. So I guess the question is, do I want to do a matte lipstick or a gloss? I currently have the Blend Bunny lip oil on. I kind of want to go in with PK because I'm sure you've seen lots of videos on the lip glazes. And I mean, a lot of people have been talking about the Westman Atelier new lipsticks too, but just want to put this on. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to wipe off a little bit of that because Gucci Westman, she does recommend putting this on top of a lip balm. I'm sorry if the angle changed a little. I ran out of foam storage. But going in with lips, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude. I did not get this during the sale, but you can get this at Sephora and at Ulta now, which I recommend shopping Ulta because their points system is just better. I'm just going to line my lips with this. And my lips do have a natural lip line, but I just prefer going in with a lip liner to even that out. If you asked me a year ago about lip liners, I'd be like, why would you need a lip liner? But now I use one every single time I do my makeup. And this is one of my favorites. It's almost like a little tacky. And that just means it's going to stay in place. And then I'm going to go in with PK on top. And these are refillable lipsticks. I don't think she's come out with the refills yet, but you just pull this out. It's magnetic. You do need like the screw component to use this. I kind of don't like how small this neck is. Is that what it's called? But this is what the lipstick looks like. Little hearts all over it. Very cute. And I'm just going to use the little mirror that's in the cap. This is just so thin and smooth. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use the mirror in the cap. That's pretty. Just a nice pinky nude. And with that, I'm going to go in with another coat of mascara. Okay, that mascara primer has really helped my lashes. Why is there always a piece of hair in the way? Speaking of lashes, I have started using the Ordinary Lash and Brow Serum. I've only been using it for 3 days, so there isn't really any results to talk about. But I haven't had any reaction to it. I know some people have reactions to like lash serums. So like I have no like irritation or anything, which is good. But I just thought I would mention that in this video too. I zoomed you guys back out. Here's the finished look. I am very happy with how it turned out. Honestly, like, the blush just looks so seamless and it's a little sheeny and it's just so pretty. The highlighter really surprised me. Rihanna, you did that. Okay. my brows, I kind of like the effect of the brow freeze. Okay, it's a little sticky. Like, I kind of like the effect of it. And then the eyeshadow blended really easily. It's a buildable formula, which sometimes I don't mind. And again, it's really nice for a beginner because it's kind of hard to go in with too much unless if you just keep building and building and building. But yeah, the bronzer applied really nicely. It's actually a really good shade for me. And then the lip. I mean, this formula is insane. I would recommend, if you can find it, swatch it and see what the formula is like. It is a high price tag, so definitely recommend swatching those. And then Huda. The corrector and the concealer together. I really like the formula of both. Again, I want to try the concealer on its own just to see the formula of that. And my under eyes look so nice. Like, obviously you're still gonna be able to see, okay, chair. Obviously you're still gonna be able to see like my little lines, but it looks really nice. I know I love the Huda powder. It keeps me matte a lot longer than other powders. And then the liner, it took a little bit of time, but I did use a really small brush, but it looks really nice, I must say. It was very pigmented, very sharp line, and I like it. Again, Space Cowboy, I kind of wish there was more base pigment to it. That's why I went in with the pinky shade, but that's the look. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you give it a big ol' thumbs up. And I will have a playlist with my Get Ready With Me's linked in one of these corners, and then another video based on what you watch, and then a little subscribe, little, not a button, but you know, those things that pop up. And like this video if you enjoy these try on get ready with me type of videos. And with all that being said, I hope you have a great day, a great night, whatever time it is for you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.